The city of New York has been known as the financial center of the world, home to over 10 million people and the economic engine of the United States. But for the first time in history, the city of New York is facing its decline. The last few years brought a series of catastrophic problems, from the pandemic, digitalization, and a series of financial problems. New York has become an absurdly expensive city, a city suffocating in crime and poverty, and a terrible place for people seeking an American dream. Thanks to astronomical prices, owning a home, a car, and a family is a privilege reserved only for the rich. As a result, all these problems are leading New York to lose the title of the financial center of the world, a city of less importance and a city in decline. In 2021, New York saw a population loss of almost 400,000 people. This is the first time in history that New York has seen almost 1,000 inhabitants immigrating from the city every day. The root of this chaos in the labor market was thanks to the overnight bankruptcies. The wave of tourists and consumers in New York disappeared thanks to confinement and the fear that the population had of contracting the virus. The industries most affected here were entertainment and hospitality, transport, but also other professional services. The average rent for a one-time apartment is almost $4,000 a month. The price per square meter in the center of New York is almost $15,000, while on the outskirts of the city it's almost $10,000. New York is currently the most expensive city in the world, along with Singapore. Digitalization changed the whole situation in New York. Before, millions of immigrants from all over the world immigrated to New York just to live in the land of opportunities. But now that digitalization does not require physical presence at work, New York City lost its appeal. During the pandemic, people preferred to leave New York for cities in the same state or another state to live in a much cheaper, larger apartment and closer to nature. The vast majority preferred to leave the cold and go to Florida. The city of New York has been the economic engine of all the United States and is the financial capital of the world. However, New York is now a city in crisis. With a bleak outlook for the future of New York, a one-tier apartment costs an average of $4,000 a month, while in Miami, Florida, it costs around $1,800 a month. This difference in cost of living is significant, and it's easy to see why people would choose to leave New York for more affordable options. In addition to digitalization and the pandemic, New York has also been facing financial problems. The city is heavily in debt, and its infrastructure is deteriorating. The subway system, for example, is in dire need of repair and upgrades, but the city lacks the funds to do so. The city also faces a growing homeless crisis and rising crime rate. All of these factors have contributed to New York's decline. The city is no longer the symbol of opportunity and prosperity. Instead, it has become an unaffordable and challenging place to live, especially for those who are not part of the ultra-rich elite. However, it's important to note that New York has faced challenges before and has always managed to bounce back. The city has a resilient spirit, and its people are known for their toughness and determination. It's possible that New York will reinvent itself once again and emerge from this period of decline stronger than ever. There are still many reasons why people continue to love New York. The city is home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks, from the Statue of Liberty to the Empire State Building. It's a cultural melting pot with people from all over the world living and working together. The city is also a hub for art, fashion, music, countless museums, galleries, and performance venues. New York also remains a global leader in finance, technology, and media. The city is home to some of the world's largest and most influential companies, and it's where many of the biggest deals and innovations are made. This means that despite the challenges, New York remains an important place for anyone looking to make their mark in these industries. Despite the current challenges, it's clear that New York still has a lot to offer. However, the city will need to address its affordability and livability issues if they want to continue to attract and retain residents. This will require investment in infrastructure, housing, and public services, as well as a commitment to making the city more welcoming and inclusive for all. The city of New York is facing a difficult period of decline, brought on by a range of factors including the pandemic, digitalization, and financial problems. However, while the challenges are significant, it's important to remember that New York has faced similar struggles before and has always managed to bounce back. With the right investments and commitment to change, there's every reason to believe that New York will once again emerge as a thriving, dynamic city. Thank you for watching, and not forgetting to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.